5 News Around the Corner, sponsored by Ghirardelli Chocolate.
On this week's episode, Around the Corner, we're here in Lincoln at the Arkansas Country Doctor Museum.
Yeah, a little bit of history for us. We always like learning a little bit, Tiffany.
We
right?
do.
We have a couple of expert tour guys here that are going to show us around. Why don't we get started?
Let's go find them.
Let's do it. Well, now we're here inside the museum with the experts themselves, Cortland and Nicole. Thank you so much for having us, guys.
We are so excited to learn about this. So much bigger than we expected. And so we kind of want to know where we're standing right now and then what are we going to be seeing today?
Right now, we have entered into their living quarters, and we'll move through the living quarters, and there's a doctor's office portion, hospital portion, and a memorial room. It's an 11-room facility with lots to see. Right here is Hubert Boyer. He is the doctor that practiced here from the early 40s, and he passed away in the late 70s. This is the birthing room where the babies were born.
Did you have your whole family in here along with the doctor and the nurse? Or was it just doctor?
Well, back in the day, I heard that husbands weren't even present for births,
Wow.
that it was just the woman and
She
the
went
doctor.
through it alone?
She did. She went through it
No
alone.
one's hand to squeeze?
Nope.
This is our hearing aid. When people were like deaf or old, he would use this to talk.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Wait, one more. Whisper mine. Whisper mine. It's kind of echoey.
Over here, we have the iron lung. This is what you would be in if you had a pretty severe case of polio. And over here behind it is called the portable iron lung. This
It
would
does not look portable.
No, it is. No. You would put it on your body for up to 4 or 5 hours at a time.
And so that's how the air would come in.
Yes. This would be completely closed, and it causes a pressure chamber that pulls the diaphragm up and down.
Peggy McCormick, she was a Fayetteville resident who had polio.
She lived from 1936 to 1983. She was stricken with polio at the age of 16, which caused her to be paralyzed from the neck down. Well, the mind was still a 16-year-old girl. So when she went to one of her hospital stays, therapy, rehab, the nurses taught her how to paint by putting the paintbrush under her tongue, and she painted all the paintings that you see here.
Well, as part of the museum tour, we're here in the Hall of Honor that honors doctors that have compassion, commitment, and integrity across all 75 Arkansas counties.
Yeah, this is something you have to check out before you leave. There's over 150 doctors on these walls. They could have been your doctors, your parents' doctors, even your grandparents. It goes back all the way to the 1800s. And these are people who have made such an impact in medicine here in the state. So be sure to check it out. We have learned so much today. Thank y'all so
Yes,
much
thank you guys.
for showing us around. We'll see you next time on
Around the Corner.
I am so bummed that I missed this one. You guys look like you had a good time. I want to see this museum.
Yeah, it was very informative and a very good time. Yeah, just to kind of see the evolution of not only medicine, but also, like you said, gives you a little bit of history of kind of Arkansas, and they have a doctor from every county up on that wall of fame. So it's kind of cool to see just, practicing doctors across the state. And as I mentioned last time, maybe seeing some doctors that you maybe grew up with.
Yeah, maybe your parents saw, who knows. But some of the equipment there, I'm so glad they were able to save it and keep it in such good condition.
Yeah, and they've been consistently getting donations from people as well, that either old, hospitals are like, we don't need this anymore, and the iron lung's still functioning and stuff like that. So that's all really cool.
All right, great job. Love it. I got to check it out.